Laudetur Iesus Christus. Welcome, everybody, to the first episode of this podcast. And today we're going to talk about the historical evidence for the existence of Jesus, specifically for non believers. Well, um, sometimes when I talk to atheists, they seem to be very sure that all the stories about Jesus are just fairy tales and legends and myths, but it's not actually true because there is so many historical facts that points that Jesus actually existed, and it's not a matter of faith. This is historical facts, and we're gonna point some authors that wrote about the historical Jesus. First of all, we're gonna take a look at Suetonius. He was a Roman author. He compiled biographies of the first 12 Roman emperors from Julius Caesar onward. Um, the writings about 120 AD in his life of Claudius, he says of the emperor these words, talking about, of course, Jesus. He expelled the Jews from Rome on account of the riots in which they were constantly indulging at the instigation of Christus. Made a mistake in retelling of the Jewish expulsion from Rome in 49 AD, in assuming that Christ was there. So that's number one. Then we have Tacitus. Who was Tacitus? Well, he was a Roman historian. In his writings, we have his annals of the great fire which swept through the city of Rome in the year 64 AD. In 150 and 170 AD, he recounts the story of the fire and Nero's successfully attempt to fix the blame of the Christians. He writes, "They got their name from Christ, who was executed by sentence of the procurator Pontius Pilate in the reign of Tiberius." Now we're gonna Now we're gonna take a look at the writings of Pliny the Younger. He was known to history as a master letter writer. Advised Trajan to set free any accused Christians if he rejected Christ and worshipped the pagan gods of the emperor. So that's the first part of this series, because we're gonna make a lot of series. We have to talk about Flavius and other historical figures that wrote about Jesus Christ. So we can see that he actually existed. So it's not a fairy tale, it's not even a matter of faith, it's history. So next time anyone tells you that he never existed or whatever, you can point these writers that are historians and who wrote about Jesus, even if they were not actual Christians. So in this case, we are gonna take all the Bible aside and we're gonna focus on the history. So thank you very much for your attention, and until next time, God bless.